Hi there, Neal Batra from the floor of CES 2026 in Las Vegas, and we are here with Dr. Beck, Senior Director of Audiology for Nuance Audio.
Yes, sir.
Coming through, this one caught our eye, a really interesting technology, glasses with audio, specifically focused on those with hearing loss. But maybe I don't even have that right, Dr. Beck. Hearing versus listening.
Yeah, great place to start. So hearing is perceiving sound. Hearing is detecting sound. Hearing is the lowest level of auditory response. You perceive it or you don't. That's good, that's foundational. Listening is a much higher thing. Listening is not just hearing, but it's the ability to interpret sound. It's to make sense of sound, to comprehend sound. So most people in the USA, we have 340 million people. Of those 340 million, about 73 million have hearing loss. But there's another 26 million normal hearing, perfectly normal on all measures of an audiogram, but they need a better signal-to-noise ratio. They have difficulty understanding what's being said. The number 1 and 2 and 3 complaints on that, people mumble. Well, people don't mumble. That's usually a high-frequency loss revealing itself. Number 2 is they'll say, well, people don't speak clearly anymore. When I was a kid, everybody had to learn to speak. That's also not true. They still do speak clearly, but you have hearing loss. Number 3, I can't understand speech and noise. What that means, you go to a cocktail party, restaurant, a bar, family gathering, you got all these people around you, and you have no idea what anybody's saying. So you put on something like these, which are Nuance audio glasses, and right now they're focused where I'm looking. So I'm hearing you a little bit louder than I'm hearing everybody else, and that's through something called beamforming technology. And I've got the background noise reduced, so the sounds going through the circuitry are attenuated a little bit for the noise features. So we have a lot of things that we're doing technically to allow people to better understand speech in noise, and we do that through glasses like these. Now, these come in different styles and different colors, but the important thing for most people, there's nothing in my ears. The sound is coming from the frames into my ear.
So what caught our eye is, 1, they're very stylish.
Thank you.
2, you would never know that those are loaded with tech.
Because I'm a musician and I've been an audiologist 42 years, so I have what's called a high-frequency sensory neural hearing loss. These glasses are for people just like me. These are for people who have self-perceived mild to moderate hearing loss. That's what the FDA criteria is.
Interesting. So, price point. Because a big part of CES is, can the consumer actually buy these things? Is this something that we can get into market? I understand these are meaningfully lower than the historical cost of hearing aids, but maybe say more about that.
No, that's exactly right. If you went back 4 or 5 years ago and you said, how much are hearing aids? Premium hearing aids, the best stuff on the market, probably $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a pair. Now, it's important to understand, when you buy those, they will last you probably 5 years. So it's not $5,000 every year, it's $5,000 every 5 years. And that, if your hearing changes, they can be reprogrammed because they're very high technology hearing aids. These, the MSRP on them is about $1,200, but right now they're actually on sale during this period of time for about $850.
And do you think they still give you 5 years of hearing support?
Because they've only been commercially available now for 1 year, nobody really knows. My best guess, I've had this particular pair for about 6 months. They show no wear whatsoever. I would anticipate they'd probably last me 2, 3, 4 years. But they're also $840.
Now, insurance does pick some of this up, correct? So out of pocket may not be that much, right?
Yeah, so when we talk about insurance, we have to understand that every insurance company is an N of 1, and no two do it the same way.
Reminder, yes, you're right.
And so I hate to say yes or no on it, but I'll give you my guidelines. Generally speaking, over-the-counter hearing aids are not covered by insurance because they're over-the-counter. But prescription lenses are. Now, I happen to wear bifocals, and so my lenses were made and put into these glasses. If I had insurance that covered lenses, I could probably apply for that, probably the lenses would be reimbursed.
So what's the upside here? You said 70 million plus with hearing loss, another 20 million plus listening loss. Do you think this is something that's accessible for the entire lion's share of that marketplace? Or
for the lion's share, absolutely. And that's what the data shows, is that the vast majority of people with hearing loss will never go and get a hearing test. And if they do, they get a screening, which is almost meaningless. I've written lots of professional peer-reviewed papers saying, when you have self-perceived hearing or listening problems, the very best thing to do is get a comprehensive audiometric evaluation. However, 80%, 85% of people are never going to do that. We know that from the peer-reviewed literature.
Yeah.
So it's in your best health interest, see a professional, but we know that people don't, it's expensive. It takes time.
It is, but what's so exciting to us is this feels like accessibility. It feels like consumer first. A lot of these themes that we've been talking about as the way forward, it's kind of taken the hearing aid out of the high top shelf, high cost, high complexity, high sophistication market and made it more accessible. But when we were talking off camera prior, there's a link to dementia here. I'd love for you to talk about this.
Sure.
One of the themes that we talk quite a bit about is if I fix a smaller problem up front, I potentially stunt the bigger problem downstream. That seems to be the case here.
Exactly. So the way this works is, and there's peer-reviewed papers from the Achieve study out of Baltimore, Johns Hopkins. The way it works is everybody with hearing loss is not necessarily at risk for cognitive decline. I don't think anybody's ever said that. I think it's been misinterpreted in that way.
Yeah.
Here's how it really works. When you have untreated hearing loss and you are at risk for cognitive decline, the untreated hearing loss tends to exacerbate your potential for cognitive decline. So the important thing is, who is at risk? Who is that person who, if they have untreated hearing loss, is at risk for cognitive decline?
Right.
So at risk means polypharmacy, so they're taking multiple medications, they're older, they have more severe hearing loss, they have less education. Those people in that category, and they might have other problems such as coronary artery disease, they might have diabetes type 2. People who have these comorbidities are at a higher risk. And there's a strong correlation between untreated hearing loss in at-risk people and cognitive decline.
So an interesting innovation that maybe lets us get in front of some of these more complex diseases downstream.
Yes.
Higher cost diseases to the system and the
Absolutely.
individual. Very exciting innovation. More to come from the floor here at CES, but a really exciting one here in Nuance Audio. Dr. Beck, thank you for your time.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right, more to come.